this morning. Today is December 18th and we are drawing or painting another bird. And this is the guy that we're painting. In Germany, it's called a Schnepfe, I think, if that's how I'm pronouncing it, if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm not sure what it is in English. If somebody wants to let me know what it is in English, that would be great. I've had my coffee already, and this was yesterday's bird. If you didn't see yesterday's live stream, it is available for you to have a look at. And actually, most of them, other than last week, they are all on YouTube. Bonjour Hippo, comment ça va? Good morning, good morning. All right, so I left my other paints upstairs. I also left the pet portrait upstairs, which I finished. But I will show you that another time. I have to wait until the client gets it. And yesterday, it was a busy day. I had a workshop with Sarah Selecki, which was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. She had a lovely group of writers with her. She teaches writing. She has writing courses online, and then she has a writing group as well. And then in the evening, I went to the exhibition, and I don't know if I have a picture on here. Let me show you. Here we go. Here is me with my painting. There's the painting that I submitted. I almost didn't find it. It was kind of tucked away in a wall, like on the side. But it was a lovely evening, and just very grateful to have it within the show. There was a lot of people. I'm fine, thank you, Hippo. She's going to watch from the treadmill. You're so clever. So smart, getting some exercise in as well. Hi, hello. Martina, do you know what the name of this bird is in English? And is it a Schnepfe in Germany? Okay, I'm going to get started. A string of lights is our festive challenge today. Good morning, Nanette. Hi, C. Hello. Hi, Meryl. How you doing? Make sure to say hi if you're just watching. Love to know who's here with us. And also, if you're new, you can just say hi and tell us where you're from as well. Do we know the name of this one? I think Julia wrote what it was. Hi, Barbara. Good morning. But I can't. I could probably go on to Substack and pull hers up. Was it a spike? Good morning, Jen. How are you? All right. String of lights. I would love. I'm gonna have to put his head all the way over this side, and then put the string of lights from his beak, the front of his beak, all the way around his neck. But I just want to warm up this tone a little bit before I start sketching him in. So we don't quite know what he is called in English. I may have to pull his beak down a little bit too. And I see there's a hair, which is not going to be good. These are cheap brushes, but I don't get expensive brushes. I have a couple, but I don't get many because I'm not very good at separating the gouache and the watercolor and the acrylic. So Martina says, I don't know the English name. Google says snipe, but I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, that's what, I think that's what Julia, she said as well, that it was called a snipe. He has a very long beak, so I'm really having to pull him all the way over here. And the string of lights, I'm going to have to be aware of those as well, and the fact that they need to be brightly lit. So yeah, I arrived at the gallery yesterday, probably a little, we arrived at 7:20 and they said between 7 and 9. It was a juried show, and apparently they had over, I think over 300 submissions, and they chose, I think there was 50, maybe 50, 60 chosen. There was also a youth section as well, so kids from school and also high school and primary school, they were allowed to submit as well, so there was a limited amount of space for those who were in the youth section. And there was a lot of people there. Anyway, we arrived and everybody was like pooling into the big room, and so they were about to do the awards. Hi, good morning, Nick. And so we got there just in time for those awards. The winners, actually, it was really interesting. The winners, the first, second, and third, were not painters. One of them was a fiber artist, and the other one was a potter. I've done some pottery. And then the third one, I think, was I'm not 100% sure, but I saw his name on a sculptured bird, which was really beautiful. And I'll go back and take more pictures because there were so many people I couldn't really get to, like we had to wait a little bit before I could actually get to my piece that I showed you. So I will go back hopefully and get some better pictures of some artwork and maybe do like a little tour of the gallery. And a good friend, she was able to make it, which was really great. I'm still feeling a little jet lagged, and I think it's, I don't know, I always think I'm fine, and then by the evening, I was just really wiped. But we got there, and it was, yeah, it was good to see. Some really, a lot of abstract pieces, a lot of very realistic pieces, a lot of photography was included as well. So a lot of variety in different art forms. Good morning, Reb. Okay, it's a snipe. Yes, I think we have agreed that it's a snipe. Thank you so much. Good morning, Susan. Hi, Nick. Did I say hi to Nick? All right, so I gotta get a sweater on him. I have to also, I'm going to just do the string of lights here. It's gonna drop down and come back up here. And maybe I'll put it over here. Now, I want them to be like Christmas lights, so let's change color and go more more of a bright. I know that they can be different colors, some green. And I have to do the glow around them. It is Thursday today, and it's my dad's birthday, so I have to speak to him today. And it is the 18th already of December. I have no idea how the days go so fast. It's art hang party tonight, or you can join the visual arts passage and draw some portraits. Melissa's theme is a holiday theme, which would be lovely to do. Good morning, Maria. It was good. I was just telling everybody about it, Maria. Thank you. It was very busy, and at first I couldn't find my piece. So I was not in the main room, which is absolutely fine. There was a lot of people there, and a lot of pieces and a lot of beautiful pieces. So I was just happy to be accepted. I believe they sell the pieces as well. So I will be submitting more pieces to more galleries. Okay, that's gone a bit dark up there. Or more shows. It's fun to go out. I did not speak to many people because, like I said, my good friend, she showed up just after they announced the winners. So we had a little bit of time. My husband had to get back home, but we had a little bit of time just to walk around. So I spent that time chatting with her. And a couple of people who I thought was going to be there, they weren't there, so I was looking forward to chatting with them. Yeah, it was a nice couple of hours. Maria, you always go to exhibitions and openings. Do you have any this weekend? Okay, I am going to put a sweater on this guy, and I am going to get some other colored lights on here. Let's add some green ones. Good morning, Carolyn. How are you? Hello, Joanne. Okay. I could probably look at some lights as well. That would be good, wouldn't it? Shall I do a red? I've done a lot of red sweaters. Maybe I'll do a green sweater. Maybe a nice bright green or purple. Maybe a purple sweater. Good morning, Scott. How are you? I was so busy yesterday, I did not get these Zooms sent out. Do we have any from anyone? Oh, we do have Nick. Nick, anytime this weekend that is good for you that we can do we're going to do a couple of co-working sessions this weekend just to get, just to chat and get our, get on top of things if you want to. So I was going to do one on Saturday and on Sunday. So is there a time that works good, like better for you? Because I know we can, sometimes works. I'm not sure if like we could do an early one, but then West Coasters can't come. So is 3:30 okay in the afternoon? What is that for you now? I know that's quite late. That's like 9:30 for Europe, but we could have a late one and an early one. And I know that probably the early one would be better on Sunday. Sunday, anytime for Nanette. And Maria says, no exhibitions this weekend. They are mostly art fairs, holiday shops. I went to 2 last week. My goal is to go to 3 openings a month. I should probably join you in that goal. I know that it's really good to get out, and you probably see like the same people who also come out. So Scott says, in Padlet, I interpret what she said and it says snipe. Okay, thank you. And good morning to all, Scott says. Yeah, is Nick still here? I know that Julia, I'm not sure if Julia is here either, but it is, we have a couple of people in Australia, so I want to make sure that we can include a time of day that works for everybody. I didn't leave this white, and it kind of bled into the space around his eye. So I'm just lifting it. Nick says, your Saturday would be my Sunday morning, just looking at the math. Okay. You tell me when you think it would work. Oh, so bizarre. I was just thinking, oh, I may have to take Piper out because she just woke up and came in. I'll let her lie down, see if she just chills for a bit. She may, but if she starts knocking at the door, I may have to take her out. Okay, we're gonna do a green sweater. Okay, yes, 16 hours difference. So you, Arvo, would be my morning. Okay, but what like, I don't want you to have to get up at like, 3 in the morning. I love how you say afternoon, Arvo. Your Arvo would be my morning. Thanks. Yeah, I don't want to do too many accents on here. Apparently I already have an accent. I think your 2 p.m. Saturday would be 6 a.m. for me. Okay, so how is 3 p.m. Saturday okay? Is that good? Or do you prefer a 6 a.m. so that it doesn't interrupt with your morning, your kids waking up and you getting breakfast? You let me know. Okay, so 3 p.m. Saturday. Okay, we can do 3 p.m. Saturday. Okay, we'll do a 3 p.m. Saturday, and then, I mean, we could do a 3 p.m. Sunday as well, everybody. That is doable too. Oh, I think she has to go out. No! How many times has this happened? Not too many, where I have to like put my sign up and say, back in 5 minutes. Doesn't really look too good on the live. It didn't snow last night, but it is very cold. So if you are part of our BSA club over on Substack, you can join our co-working sessions this weekend. Yeah, and if you haven't done our Santa meet that we had, you could catch up on those images if you wanted to. Well, I'm sure everybody has lots to get done. Maybe you just want to write Christmas cards, or maybe you want to plan for something. Maybe you want to sort out your shopping list for Christmas, for the holidays. It's open-ended. It's nice to get together, and I'll be working on my birds for Saturday and Sunday. And we can chat about January together as well. Okay, I really think I have to take my little pup out. So I'm going to put a back in 5 minutes on here, because this way, I shouldn't be 5 minutes, but I'm just going to say, so it'll be a little bit quiet in here for a bit. And then also what I could do is, I use my boarding card. You can write this in your calendar. So Saturday, 3 p.m. meet, and Sunday, 3 p.m. meet. And then it doesn't coincide, I hope, not with anything. Hippo has a... Are you doing one, Hippo? 12 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. There. Put those in your calendar. Yeah, you can talk amongst yourselves. Yes, talk amongst yourselves. Back in 5 minutes. I'm back. Was that 5 minutes? Back. Sorry, everybody. If you're just joining, you're probably like, where is she gone? Yeah, I'm not sure if that was. How you doing? Hi, Esty. Nick says it's 11:40 for me and I am in a KFC car park waiting for my kid to finish work. So you're not painting. Yeah, take a picture, like Esty said, or maybe sketch it. Scott says, well, thank you. And eBird says it's a black-tailed godwit. I think I missed something. I am going to finish this snipe, hopefully, before the end of the session. And I think it needs a red background, maybe. I think it's definitely dry, that's for sure. You know, it's not easy taking a little pup out when there's snowbanks, like big snowbanks. So sorry, we had to walk like all the way down to find an area that she was comfortable with going. Dogs are not easy. Snow is not easy. Oh, I could have gotten the pet portrait. So if you missed it, oh, well, did you write this in your calendar, everybody? It was 39 degrees Celsius for you today. That's warm. That is very warm. I am probably going to do the last of my Christmas shopping today and get that done, because I know this weekend will be just horrible to go out shopping. So even like to get my food, I could get some of it on Monday and Tuesday next week. Yeah, I probably don't need to think about the food yet. But anything else that I need to get, I think I will try and really buckle down and get that today. Is everybody set for their holidays? I know that some of you don't celebrate Christmas and have been celebrating Hanukkah already. I hope you have been having some wonderful gatherings. Okay, I do like to have a lot of contrast, but with the sweater I have to think about, now these were supposed to be green, the sweater is green too, so I'm going to make the sweater a little bit of a darker green. Just take the yellow first. See, I need some help with knitters. I'm sure if you guys, I know we have a lot of knitters here, if you guys were to design a sweater right here, I'm sure it would look very different if you were designing. And I'm not using reference photos, so that probably would help too. Nick, what's on your needles right now? Are you still waiting in the car park? So I can make this a little bit darker, and I'll do that before I put the pattern on. Good morning, Tammy. How are you? Tammy, you've been doing great with your birds. How many years is it that you've been doing birds in December? I feel like you've been joining for as long as everybody else has been joining. Okay, I think I'm going to do a dark background so that it's brighter. I really liked how this dark one turned out, and this dark background, and then this one as well. Ooh, let me tell you a story about this. This was weird yesterday. I got an email, so they'd gone on my website and sent an email and said, "Hi, I'm an artist in Toronto," and I looked him up. His name, if it was, if it was really him, he was an abstract artist. And he sent me a message and said, "I love your art. Would you mind, and you would be compensated, for me to use this image for a mural?" So, and then they said 48 by 20. 48 by 20 is not a big mural. Like that's a canvas size. He's like, "I would change it a little, but the client really loves this image and was wondering if I could paint it." I'm like, okay. Then he continued to say, "I'm going to be compensated for the piece for $8,500, and you would be compensated out of that 30%. I'm like thinking, okay, so that's like almost $3,000 for my image. And okay, so I was like, ooh, this is fantastic. But then I thought, why would, yeah, totally spam. I'm like, why would a Toronto well-known abstract artist want to paint anything other than his own stuff? So anyway, I said, "Oh, okay, how are you going to pay me? Because I only accept PayPal. Because you don't want to be giving them bank information." And I didn't hear anything back. I'm like, oh, okay, that's it then, done. But yeah, you have to watch. Like, it's so easy to think, oh, that would be lovely. A little bit unrealistic, but lovely. Yeah, they're going about it the wrong way. They really are. I mean, they shouldn't be doing any of this whole scamming and spamming. Anyway, so I blocked the number. Also, I went to the website of the guy who, like, he pulled up a Canadian artist, like a somebody who's doing well in the art world. And I went to see what email the Canadian artist was using, and he was using Gmail, and the guy who was trying to scam me was using Outlook. Same name as the artist, but Outlook. So right there, I knew that it wasn't the person who he was saying he was. I should probably write to the Canadian artist and just say that somebody's using your name. But he probably hasn't, he probably doesn't have time to, you know, to figure that out either. So I'm just going to darken this even more and then get some background on. Also these lights are going to be like a brighter green. Not really glowing. Maybe they should have all been yellow. What is spam? Well, in England, spam is a cured meat that comes in a tin. In slang language, it is when somebody scams you. But yeah, so it could either be spam or scam. Same kind of same difference. He was a scammer, and it was spam mail. Like I feel like they send it out to a lot of people, but I mean they did pull up my image, which that's kind of scary too. That, you know, there is somebody at the other end trying to scam me or scam anybody. But that's, yeah, he sent me a screenshot of my work and said, I'd like to use this one, please. I wish we could be like the police and fine people for doing that. AI is helping scammers, so they're getting a lot more sophisticated. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So scary that it happens so often. It is. You have to be really like aware. Something similar happened to me. They work hard to fool you. They do, Rev. And you kind of, I feel like I was almost fooled. Scott said, oh, so true. And other than group, I don't really care to look at Instagram much. I don't think he pulled it from Instagram, Scott. I think he pulled it from Pinterest. Because since Instagram let me down that one time, I now just push everything over to Pinterest, which isn't the greatest idea, but I have my originals, so, you know, I mean, it is what it is. It's going to be what it is. So it's, I don't make things into print. Very rarely do I make things into print, so you kind of have a good idea if somebody is using your stuff. You know that it's basically been stolen. But trying to fight them is really difficult as well. Okay, I'm gonna try and make like a nice midnight blue for the background. I'm using a very small brush for this. Meryl says, I saw on the news that more and more scammers are pretending to be real famous people. Yeah. The thing is, the real famous people, they don't really put themselves out there either, so they're kind of reaching for the wrong crowd. They don't want to be in the limelight, so they don't, you know, they definitely don't email people. Or you mean like imagery and stuff like that? Yeah, I think that's an issue too, is people creating videos of somebody who is not actually there. We're gonna have to, oh, maybe that's a good idea. That was an idea that came up in my head and didn't get further. Okay. Oh, hello, Piper. She's back. Back to hang out with us. Where did everybody go? So tonight, Melissa Martin from Art Hang Party, she has her live at 7 p.m. Eastern. And Hippo, you have your live at 12 on Sunday. Melissa's is a festive celebration. And Hippo, what are you doing on Sunday? And if you're just joining and you missed it, my BSA club is meeting for 2 co-working sessions this weekend, both at 3 p.m. Eastern. This way Europe can still turn up. SD, I know it's late, but I know that you can sometimes make it. Art Hang Party is fave holiday picks. Oh, favorite holiday picks. Okay, thank you. And is that oh, and Hippo says winter pleasures theme. Oh, that's what you were saying earlier. Okay, thank you. A winter pleasures theme. How do you say that in French? Winter pleasures. Plaisir d'hiver. Plaisir d'hiver. Hippo, are you coming up on a year of your lives? Oh yeah. When is the big celebration? These don't really look like lights. They look like pears, I think. They don't have the glow. Probably should have made them smaller and added some red ones in as well. Hippo says, my first live session was September 2024, but my channel is 2 years old since Monday. Ah, congratulations. Okay. These do not look very glowy. Congrats, congrats. Yeah, that went very fast, didn't it? How many years are you live, Melissa? And Hippo, how did you find Melissa? Because you probably found Melissa before you found me. And I'm sending out New Year's cards because, sorry everybody, I have not gotten around to send out Christmas cards. Okay, I'm going to get some glow from here on the sweater. I'll just do this, make it watery, and then take it off. See, this paper is not the best for watercolor. It's good, but it's not the best. Today will be our 157th art hang party. Wow. So that's at least is that 3.5 years, Melissa? Because it's weekly, right? Okay, my lights are not super they're not how I wanted them. They have a little bit of a glow. I like your bird sweater, thank you, Nick. I think it could have a little bit extra something. A little bit of an extra something. Well, if you guys have to go, I totally understand. Have a really good day. Oh, Melissa says the first one was January 26th, 2023. Oh, I think yours and mine, we were very similar in, I mean, I'd been doing Instagram lives since 2020, but then I switched over to over to YouTube and started doing them. I can't remember which year. I think maybe it was 2023. I'll have to check. Do you ever rewatch them, Melissa? Like your first ones?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Did you hear? My A machine, I guess I plugged it back in when I moved things around my studio. I don't think she should be listening. I think maybe I'll unplug her again. Melissa says, no, the first ones are very cringy. And I do want to have anybody who's on YouTube or not on YouTube, maybe January will be the month of having guests on, because it's really nice to have some company. So Reb, Hippo, Melissa, I will be reaching out to you. Nick, if you ever want to do a live with me, I know that you have done some lives with me before. I mean, they're kind of easy as long as I don't have to like do a whole like weird setup. Maybe January we can set up a schedule and I can have you guys on live drawing and painting. Okay, let's make the string. I mean, I don't really even know how these lights are kind of hanging from here. Usually they have like a little bulb, a little thing at the top. Gotta run, bye. See you, Melissa, bye. And Nick says, sure. Yeah, who else is it? Jen, is Jen still here? Jen always used to do lives. Pearly would do lives with me. Patricia would do lives with me. We need to, yeah, I think January will be a month where we have more lives with our friends. I think it'll be lovely. Drawing and chatting. Maria has done lives with me. Maybe Maria wants to do another live with me. I'm sorry, buddy. You are not, probably not a favorite. just kind of... Oh, this one. Forgot it. And what was he called again? A spike? I'll do a live, just have to get the overhead phone holder. Yay, that would be fantastic. Great. And Maria says, I'm here. Maria, will you do a live with me in the new year? I think it would be lovely to have our community on here. Our family. Yeah, you do need an overhead because then we can see what you're drawing. That's the only criteria. I know Reb has said that she would. And I'm sure Hippo would love to do a live. Right, Hippo? This one a little bit too dark, so I'm just lifting it. Also against the blue, like you need something to have that relationship between the light and the dark. Sometimes putting blue in that is too dark. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I'm not in love with this one, but you know, it's you can't love everything that you do, can you? I don't. I do not love everything that I do. But he turned out, he's okay. Like he's just a bit odd, that's all. Reb says, I'll do a live. I just have to make sure no one is mowing and kick my family out, LOL. Well, this time of morning, I know that's early for you. Maybe they're not even up at this time of morning, Reb. Thank you, Tammy. Have a great day to you too. And thank you. Yeah, he's okay. He's fine. They are quite dark. And I was using the Daniel Smith, which I really like, the colors. But those roses, they're quite dreamy. They really are. The rosa watercolors. Yeah. Hippo says, he's nice, but he has a lot of competitors. Yeah, he does. He has a lot of little birdies that are probably just, you know, saying, hey, she did not do a good job on you compared to me. But anyway, it's fun to challenge yourself with these daily challenges. Like this wasn't a favorite either of mine. And I forgot to put a sweater on him. Did I forget? There was others that I forgot to put a sweater on as well. This guy did not have a sweater, but he had a lot of colors, so he didn't really need a sweater. This one only had trousers. And because the loon had a very patterned, a very patterned body. See, this is where I should put the Dorland wax on. Did I put the Dorland wax on one of them? I feel like I did, didn't I? Can't remember which. Maybe, oh, it was this one. I put the Dorland wax on. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see some of you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. on Zoom. And if you're not on Zoom tomorrow, I may see some of you at the weekend. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you're here and signed in, you can give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to be a subscriber. Oh, one quick thing. I do have classes, new classes coming up. I'm not sure if everybody saw them because I did advertise. It's a horrible, horrible post on Instagram. Like, awful. I'm going to redo it because, like, this is not good. I was trying to show, like, all the images and stuff, and it just did not work at all. So I'm going to redo that. But basically, my new course starting January 6th, and I have coupons for you all if you're in the BSA club, or if you're traveling with me or have traveled with me. You guys, the travelers, get 40% off, and the BSA club gets 20% off. It's from January 6th to the 30th, and it's every Tuesday and Wednesday we have classes for 2 hours, and then on Saturday is a drop-in and review and completion. So a Saturday is almost like a co-working session, so I can review your pieces, I can tell you what's going on. If you need to correct anything or enhance anything, I can share that with you. And it's from foundations to finished pieces, and we'll be working on still life 1 week, figures, portraits and animals another week, and interiors another week, and then at the last week we're going to bring it all together. So it's really about, you know, seeing value, and we'll be working on value, line, proportions, colors. It's a really, I've really thought about how we can pull it all together, and then you can come away with a couple of finished pieces and feel confident to approach your images in an entire kind of frame point, like where you're building your scenes rather than just looking at an image and doing it. So you could even bring in different elements of your own home and your own pictures and use those as well in the finished pieces that we do. Anyway, just wanted to explain that because I don't think I really explained it too well, and it's very difficult to explain just through a reel, but I've really done a bad job, so I've got to redo that reel. Anyway, if you are interested in it and you are part of one of those 2 groups, please message me, and then I will send you the link to the coupon. Have a really good day, everybody, and we'll see you later. Bye.